Natalie Steichen, welcome to the MSUM Dragons Podcast today. Thank you for joining us. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I am fantastic. It's a great day to be a dragon. And we want to talk to you a little bit about a few things as we talk in this podcast. It's more than a game here at MSUM. And we want to talk about things that you're involved in and doing that are more than the bringing the ball up and running the offense and all that kind of stuff. And so tell us a little bit about, first of all, why you came to MSUM in the first place. Why was MSUM the right choice for Natalie Steichen?
Well, I'm from Dilworth, so it's about 5 minutes away. So family is important to me. So just being super close to my family and being able to go and see them was one of my biggest reasons. And then, of course, being recruited for basketball was a huge reason also. And then, the nursing program came to campus. So that was like a triple whammy all in one. So, I was pretty grateful for the nursing program coming back to campus.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, nursing was something we had a while ago, and it recently came back to MSUM and is one of the newer programs that are being offered, and it's filling up quickly. What is that experience like in going to this nursing program that's kind of new and kind of refreshed here at MSUM? And what do you plan to, why nursing?
So I think the professors have made it an easy transition for us because they've been really doing a good job of working together with us since we were the first cohort of the nursing program. So there's been a lot of switching things around and stuff, but it's definitely a process that they've done a lot to figure out what works best for every little group. So they're doing a great job. The reason that I chose it was really because my family has grown up with a lot of health issues. So my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer 12 years ago. So just kind of seeing that path, I went along with her to treatments and stuff. And like a lot of the big changing moments were being with those nurses and having those nurses as guidances for our family. So I thought it was pretty cool. And then my dad had a heart attack, and my brother had a pretty rare disease called Kawasaki disease. So we've had a lot of health issues in our family, but I mean, we've all overcome them. So pretty grateful for those opportunities. And of course, the nurses, like I said, and the doctors just guiding us along the way. So
I can't echo that enough, of nurses being the real superheroes of a lot of those situations, as they're the person you spend the most time with. I know when Nora was born early and we were in the NICU and seeing all those NICU nurses every single day taking care of our littles, and they are for sure superheroes. So I got the opportunity when we launched nursing to help put together some of the videos, and I got to see their full-on nursing area with all the beds and the mannequins, and then you have the birth simulator that's over there, and then you have the bedside virtual reality kind of pieces. What have these tools done for you and your ability to kind of be confident when you start to become a nurse in the real world?
So having those resources has really made us more comfortable. Especially during COVID, we kind of were the cohort going through the first round of COVID. So it was just transitioning from, like you said, all of those mannequins and all that stuff that we got provided those resources. So, like it's awkward walking up to a mannequin and acting like they're a real person, but it's like transitioning to a real person, it just makes it that much more comfortable for us. So, just like seeing those different things that the mannequin can do and learning through those different strategies helps us a lot, because we haven't seen a lot of different things, and then we get kind of thrown out there into the hospitals and clinics and stuff, and we haven't seen a lot of the things. So the mannequins provide us a lot of good information. So
how has the whole experience, as we get towards the end of your career here at MSUM, academically and athletically, how do you think MSUM has changed you since when you came in from DGF, being a rebel, and probably still a rebel? Uh, what how have you changed between when you came here as a freshman and kind of now? And I have a little bit of context because I've gone to, the NCAA regionals and things like that we've gone to, and uh, I remember vividly Jackie Volkert with Carla at the press conferences, and if love seeing Carla cry, that's always great. And you sitting right next to her as someone to lead the team into the future as part of the basketball program. So MSUM and your leadership, and especially the women's basketball program, I've seen that transition in you firsthand. Tell our fans who might not have had a front row seat like I have, the impact MSUM has had on changing you.
Yeah, so like you said, the leadership thing is a huge thing since I came here, and with Jackie. So when I was a freshman, she was the big leader on our team, and just kind of seeing the things that she did well and how she led different people outside and inside of basketball was kind of eye-opening to me. And yeah, when I got that confidence to become a leader, I kind of took some of the things that I learned from her and brought that leadership to nursing because it correlates a lot. So
How?
yeah, how?
Yeah, how does it correlate?
Just by, I mean, you always kind of have to be a leader in life if you want to be successful. I look at it that way. So just in the classroom, if others are needing help, I'm trying to be a leader that way. Trying to be a leader to the cohorts under us because I know it's not easy going through the nursing program. So I try to reach out to as many people as I know that are in the program and try to tell them like it's gonna be okay. Like you guys are doing great. And then on the basketball floor, of course, just trying to give my teammates confidence and
It sounds so familiar. Like every upperclassman, like in any sport, would be like, oh, I go and talk to the underclassmen and let them know that I know it's a little scary and Carla yells a lot, but it's gonna be okay. Like you're doing great. Just keep working hard.
yeah,
And it's interesting how those skills, those lessons transfer over into your academic, your professional, your career. I think some of those soft skills are hard to learn,
yes, for sure.
of how each person responds in those situations. And then you add the health element in this tension of nursing. I mean, being down one with the ball with 5 seconds on the clock is one thing. Someone who's going through something like chemotherapy and you're having to lead them through this scary moment of their lives is a whole different ball of wax. How do you think that athletic experience will translate into those moments?
I don't know. I just think that just guiding, like I think that's literally just the biggest thing, and growing relationships with people is one of the biggest things for me is through my leadership is you have to grow that trust before you can lead. So building relationships with teammates and yeah, when I translate it to the healthcare setting, it would be growing that relationship with a patient in the short time you have, or possibly a long time, whatever setting you're kind of talking about. But just growing that relationship with a patient, growing trust, and making sure they have respect for you so you can guide them to the best that they can do and the best that you can do for them.
Yeah, it's funny you use the word guide because I've done a lot of research on story and story theory, and when you're in a kind of a setting, you want to have the individual be a superhero. You want them to be the hero of the story, because the hero story is they overcome this incredible challenge and come out on the other end a better person, successful, healthier, and all that kind of stuff. But there's always a guide. There's always a Yoda for every Luke Skywalker. There's always a guide, and to have the humility to, it's not, I'm going to save your life. I'm going to be the hero. I'm going to cure and help, and that's what I do. And that's the humility I see in so many nurses is they take a back seat and they know that their role is not to be the superhero. Their role is to be the guide of the story so that the patient can be a hero and enjoy the success of their efforts at the end of the day. And building that relationship, building that trust usually comes from how much you care and how much experience you have. And it's no different in sports. It's no different in sports. It's, how many titles have you won? How many, winning records have you had? How many, that's the experience, but it's also, do you approach it in a way with empathy where you understand what you're going through? Like we just said, you're doing great. It's okay. We were scared too. We were in your shoes. And for you to take your family experience into your career, I think builds that empathy category and builds the, obviously the MSUM is helping you build the experience side of that. But I think that will translate to a lot of trust and a lot of relationships between you and your patients, so that you can be one hell of a guide.
Yeah, definitely MSUM has put a lot of that into the leadership abilities. So I'm really grateful for that.
Oh, we're grateful for you, and we're excited to continue to watch a season in person, and we're going to be home tomorrow, so we're excited to see you on the home court and tip it up again, and we'll continue to be fans of your work off the floor as well. So thank you for joining us on the podcast today, and appreciate your time.
Yes, thank you.